This is Fox 13 News.
Citizens are stocking up on ammunition, and the bullet blitz is having an effect on police in Utah.
Fox 13's Gene Kennedy continues his special report. He rejoins us now in studio. Gene.
Hi there, Bob and Hopel. Police say that this run on ammo isn't an issue when they're on the streets confronting the bad guy, but rather when they're training for those dangerous encounters. Critics say that these massive bullet buys are cutting into cops' skills and also your wallet. In this YouTube video, Texas cops use a high school in the town of Humble to train on how to take down a potential school shooter. They're firing simunition, a non-lethal round used to simulate live fire scenarios. Cops have been doing this for years, but in light of a national ammunition shortage, this is becoming more prevalent.
What we've done is tried to focus more on some other training we can do without actually shooting ammunition.
Are police officers shooting less in terms of practicing?
On our department, they have been, yes.
From training cutbacks to delays getting ammo, a similar story playing out in several police departments on the Wasatch Front.
If manufacturers are telling your distributors we're 3 or 4 or 6 months out, you aren't able to train until you have your ammunition.
Because ammunition is tough to come by, some police officers are not only cutting back on training, they're paying for this out of pocket.
In the past, we've had a policy of allowing each of our officers 1 box of ammunition a month for practice. And we've had to pull that back and severely pull it back to where we're not able to give that ammunition out for practice.
It's absolutely ridiculous to think that we're expecting police officers to buy their own ammunition. That's one of the most absurd things that's come out of this.
Granted, we're talking about practice rounds, not the ammo an officer uses on the streets. But the president of Alliance for a Better Utah echoes a concern police are voicing too.
Lessening our ability to have the type of training we want to have, the volume of practice ammunition available for the officers, which is a critical thing for us to keep that skill level up. Since ammo prices have doubled, in some cases tripled, cops are asking their cities for more money to pay for it. From last year's budget to this year's budget, we're asking for about $2,500 more. Roy police are now asking for $5,500 for more bullets, a $1,600 increase from 2008.
If the costs go up, that gets passed on to the taxpayer, so that's going to affect everybody.
If the police were suddenly short on ammo and just couldn't do the job, then I'd be happy to sell some of my stock, you know, to be able to keep them up to speed. So I think it's unfortunate that that's the case.
Do you think that you and other customers who are in here maybe play a role in it?
Can I get your guys' phone number, please?
Well, we could also ask the government why they're purchasing 1.5 billion rounds of ammo.
Federal Premium Ammunition says the Department of Homeland Security contract makes up a very small percentage of our total ammunition output. This contract is not taking away from civilians. The current increase in demand is attributed to the civilian market.
It's paranoia, and it's a lot of this fear rhetoric, and we just see it building and building and building. I already have a great fear about the lack of ability, the lack of proficiency in the average gun owner. I don't want to have that same fear with a police officer.
Why can't the ammunition companies just make more?
They are. We looked into that, and we saw that several ammunition manufacturers were saying that they've got facilities that are working 24/7, nights and weekends to meet the demand. But unless the demand changes, unless this lowers come July, you're going to have police chiefs in the communities that we were talking about, like Centerville and Roy in particular, that are going to be asking for more money. So this is going to continue into the summer with taxpayers potentially feeling this.
All right. Gene Kennedy, thank you.
Sure.
You may no longer need to hit the backpacks to experience Utah's great outdoors. Google is using a new tool called the Trekker to photograph the Deer Creek State